Okay. Hey y'all. This is Love, Sex, and Dating part 4, I guess. Chapter 3 is what we're talking about. So, chapter 3 is Becoming the Right Person. That's the name of the group. So, the two things that Andy Stanley has established already now in the book is finding the right person does not mean that everything will be all right. We talked about that last video, that when you find the right person, that if you're assuming that everything is going to go well, it's not. It takes more than finding the right person, and he goes into details as to why. Second thing he's established up until this point for the second chapter, and I really, 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 really do enjoy this book, is commitment without preparation is futile. And that's in any area. It's funny when we go to school or we have a commitment to become a doctor, uh, uh, whatever you set out, you prepare for it. But it's like when we get into relationships, we don't prepare. We just think when the right person comes along, us two loving and wanting to be with each other is enough. But the divorce rate is a good determining factor that that's not true. So there's more. And the more is in chapter 3 is becoming the right person. You, instead of looking at someone else, you have to become the right person. Now, how do you do that? I'm glad you asked. How do you become the right person is you prepare to commit. Well, let me just say how he says it in the book. It says, by becoming the right person is how you prepare to commit. And he said it increases the sustainability of the relation, and it also will attract the right person to you. He gives the analogy of, he gave this other one I didn't like, but the second one he gave was, you buy a new car. You go in, you buy this car, say you buy a Subaru, and then as soon as you start driving your Subaru, you're like, oh my God, everybody's got good taste like me, and they brought a Subaru. And it's not that you, it's not about, it's the reason why you're aware of the different cars is now that you have one. So now you can associate with another one. So when he says you're becoming the right person, you find someone who's becoming the right person, you'll be able to associate that this person is becoming the right person, and you're becoming the right person. So you guys are both moving in a direction of being your best, which first and foremost is attractive. That's very attractive. Not just looks, just the fact that you know you deserve and you want better and you want to be better. It's great for you, and it's also awesome in a relationship. Well, in a marriage. When I say relationship, I mean working towards marriage, not anything else. We, excuse me, are responsible for what we bring to the table. We're not responsible for anything else anybody else brings to the table. And, like we talked about in the group, this one guy was like, well, I don't like women that drink. It's his opinion. I mean, if he doesn't like people to drink at the table that he's eating at, he has a right. He can either say, hey, I don't want that at my table, or, you know what, I'm done. This is not the table I want to sit at. We need to be that way in our life. If someone's bringing something to the table that we don't like, then maybe that's not the table you need to be spending your time at. Or you can ask them, could you please leave my table? Either way, you find out that you two aren't moving in the same direction. Although it may appear they may have the same car, but they may not be moving in the finite direction that you're moving in. Pay attention. Pay attention to those things. The Holy Spirit will lead you and let you know. So I'm coming up on my 5 minutes. So I'm going to make it a little bit faster and get through this because I don't want to be on here longer than 5 minutes. I'm at 4 minutes, 33 seconds. So anyway, are you the person you're looking for is looking for? Andy Stanley wants us to go make a list of all of, one of the assignments is make a list of what you expect out of your mate or the person that you're looking for, and just write it down. And then he goes to say, now look over that list. Are you that person? So we got these qualities, these characteristics, these things, but are you the person you're looking for is looking for? And since we're becoming the right persons, why don't we take that list and see that we're in the areas that we don't measure up to and work on those areas? Enlist the Holy Spirit's help as well. But work on you before, and you become the right person. Also, preparing sensitizes you to the same type of person. So as you prepare, you'll find other people that are preparing. Preparing forces you to focus on time. Meaning now it's not okay just to date just because to date. Because you're working on something, you're looking for something, you're preparing for something, so you can commit to something. So now your time is more important. So when someone who should not be at your table shows up and say, hey, let's go, whatever, you're like, you know what, not right now. I'm preparing for something. It also will gravitate to environments that aid in your pursuit. So as you start to prepare, it will sensitize you to people, it will force you to focus on your time, and it will also help you gravitate to certain environments. And in those environments, you'll find like-minded people. In the book, he tells about several people who went to do something that was their passion, their purpose, and they found their husband there. Could it be the reason why he's not showing up or she's not showing up is because you have not shown up to be your authentic self? Just a question. Could it be? Focus on you. Become the right you. Pursue your purpose. Find out your destiny in Christ, and I'm sure that the right person will show up because you are becoming the right person. Anyway, one more thing before we out of here. I'm at 7 minutes. It brings you into contact with those people, common grounds. You know, you'll be moving directionally more than recreationally. That's what he says in the book. And what he means by this is when two people are going in the same direction, here's the other analogy that I didn't like, but it makes sense right here. I'm going to put it right here. He said, when you're on the highway and you're going north and the other person is going south, do you catch eye contact with them? Absolutely not, because they're going in a different direction. But if you're on the highway and there's another car that's going the same direction you're going, there's a time when you can look over and you'll see someone, because you are directionally. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? I'm going to cut this as short as I possibly can because I want you to get the gist of it. But our groups are amazing. You guys, if you're not doing something from 4 to 6 on Saturday, you should be at West Florissant Avenue at the Starbucks. We are having a great time. Our discussions are really good. They're really focused. We have some things that I won't share on here. You gotta come if you want to be involved. But this is good for your successful. In order for you to become successfully single, you are going to have to prepare. You're going to have to work on it. Gone are the days that God is going to come to your house. Jesus is going to drop on your door and say, yo, here's your husband. You can get him. It doesn't happen like that. So what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to either get the book. It's a great book. Read these videos. Email me. My phone number is 484. I'm not going to put my phone number because this is going on YouTube. But you guys know how to get my phone number. Inbox me a question. I'll answer it. But what I'm saying and what I really mean is we have to become the right person. Once you become the right person, you become awesomely attractive to another person who is becoming the right person. This is a great book. If you can, we're reading chapter 4. Even if you can't make it, catch up. Start from 1 because he builds. Remember, he builds from first chapter to second chapter, third, and this week we're reading 4. Join us. And remember, there's absolutely no ecstasy like destiny. Focus on destiny and purpose, and all those things that God has planned for you will come to pass.